Ooh, 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 ooh. Hockey podcast. This is mine. I'm coming to you people from a residence room at Humber College. This is the Dorm Room Sports Podcast. My name is Garrett, and I'm not happy. Things happened last night. Many things that I need to scream about and talk about. I couldn't give it 24 hours. I needed to give it 24 hours, and I'm still going to give it 24 hours, but I need to get stuff out. I need to get it out and talk to people about it. We are going to talk about the game now, not skipping it to the end, because normally I would have done that if it was good news, but it's not good news, it's bad news. The Leafs lost 5-1 to the Boston Bruins again for the third time in 7 seasons. The Leafs, for the third time in 6 or 4, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Third time we've lost to them. We had a 3-2 series lead. We led the series. That's a thing that happened. That was a thing, and it would have benefited us, and we could have won in Game 6, but we didn't. They said, there was a quote, I forget, it was from Sportsnet. They said they have 2 chances to win 1 game. We blew both. Both of them. I'm going to get to the game now. I was down at Maple Leaf Square, and the atmosphere, everybody was ready to go. Everybody was ready to see it. People believed we would win. I believed we would win. We could have won. We could have won the game. We could have easily won the game. We showed we can compete with them. We're so close in terms of skill level. They've got maybe a bit more experience, but other than that, that's it. That's all they have. We're at the same skill level. We're just as fast. We could have easily have won the game, but we didn't execute. The line matching all night long was garbage. Matthews had 3 shifts in the third period. 3 shifts, give or take, or like 3 shifts in the last something of the period or whatever it was. Nylander played like garbage. Gardner, again gave it away. Again. He did it again. I don't care if there was, Matthews said in an interview, I called for it. Use your eyes. You have eyes. You're in the NHL. Use your eyes. Look, there was no one there. It's obvious no one was there. It was obvious. The first goal, I'm not even going to talk about it. The unluckiest play. Freddie was up against the post. He couldn't have done anything else. It slipped through. Nothing you can do. Second goal, Gardner did it again. He did it again. I could say it so many more times. Everybody just raped him for it last year. And he did it again. I would be shocked if... He did it again. It was the easiest play. Just look. Don't hold on to the puck. Don't panic. Just look. Instead, he's like, oh no, I gotta panic and pass it backwards to no one. Marcus Johansson got it and scored. Freddie can't do much. The first period, we started on time. We did it. We started on time. It's exactly how it needed to be, and we executed properly. The first bit of the period was fine. Like, we started on time, and then, I don't know, like, after the first 10 minutes of the game, it just went... They scored on that stinky goal. That was brutal. Fine, great, move on. Next goal, oh my goodness. Oh my God. I just can't, like, I'm trying so hard not to just lose my mind and snap. I tried so hard not to snap last night. I was calm. If you know me, I'm not normally calm. I was trying to stay cool, because if I had lost my mind, oh my goodness, there would have been screaming. I would have made the video last night and I would have just lost it. But I didn't. I stayed calm, and I'm trying so hard. This video is the only time where I've snapped a little bit. I've stayed calm. There was a bandwagon Bruins fan last night who I bet anybody money couldn't have named more than the top 3 guys on the Bruins on that team. Couldn't have done it. Unless, like, he couldn't have named anybody else. And he was purely there to rile up the crowd. There was a Bruins fan beside him who had the jersey on and everything, fine, great guy. Like, nobody, it was this guy who was just really trying to tick everybody off. That was the whole point of it. I saw plenty of Bruins fans there. Yeah, they're Bruins fans who were booing the Bruins, but whatever. No other Bruins fan was causing, like, trying to stir the pot any more than just like, yeah, every time they scored. You know what like that kind of stuff. This guy was like properly trying, like, he was asking to get, like, he was asking to get punched. But obviously nobody did it. This one guy, like, everybody was just like trying to keep everybody, like, just be like, calm down, it's fine, we have time. Don't listen to it. He's not worth your time, you know? But so, back to the game, it's 2-0 going into the first intermission. Everybody's like freaking out, like, oh god, it's over. Calm down, you've got time. It's how you execute in the second period. The Leafs came out and played one of the best periods of the series, easily. They were going, they were fast, getting shots away. They're out shooting. You can outshoot, but you have to execute on your chances. You have to execute. You can shoot and outshoot and outshoot and outshoot and outshoot all you want. But you have to execute on the chances that you get. Because if you don't execute, those chances mean squat in the long term. They mean jack. And they executed once. Tavares came in and scored a beautiful goal. Great. You need to execute more. They did not execute. They didn't execute enough. They did not execute enough. It's awful. It's awful. I'm looking at the NHL screen right now on my monitor here, and it keeps sliding through to the Bruins celebrating. That doesn't feel good. I've never, like, I was with everybody. Everybody there was holding back tears. I bet you money, or was at least upset. Everybody was just choked and just down on themselves. All the real Leafs fans, all the proper Leafs fans that weren't just there to say that they were at Maple Leaf Square, the ones that were actually there and wanting the team to win, you could tell everybody was choked. And they were just beside themselves. And I was too. I literally, like, I didn't do anything. I was just, like, sitting on the subway on the way home, and I was just like, I just don't know what to do here. We had it. It was there. We had it in the grasp. It was there, and we couldn't get it. Third period was garbage. Just absolutely appalling. I was watching it. We couldn't get the puck into the zone for more than 4 or 5 seconds. Like, it was awful. Awful. The line matching was ridiculous. The line matching was appalling. 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 It was terrible. Matthews didn't play enough. Marleau played way too much. Nylander was garbage again. Again. He was staring at the puck. Didn't move. That guy's $7 million. $7 million a year. He did nothing. Nothing. He's $7 million. I've seen what he can do. He did nothing in the series. He's done nothing since he got here. He scored 5 goals. Austin Matthews scored 5 goals in the series. Nylander has 5 goals all year. All year. Matthews had 5 goals in 6 games. 6 games. Nylander had 5 goals all year. He did squat. He should have been traded. But, you know, like, he should have been traded, but I'm happy we got him because, like, obviously you trade a good player to get good players back. I was happy we got him back. You look at those lines. On paper, that's disgusting. Nylander should have been so much better, but he did nothing. Next year, I hope he does better. I want him to do better. He's disgusting. He's such a good player, and it ticks me off, and it pisses me off so much seeing him not do anything. Because he can do so much more. He was staring at the puck, not moving. He stopped moving his legs. You can't do that in the playoffs. You can't. Even if you have the lead, especially when you're behind, you cannot stop moving. Always move your feet. And if I hear another person, I saw a couple comments say Frederik Andersen isn't a playoff goalie. He stood on his head in this series. He was amazing. Last year, didn't have his best playoff performance. We know that. This year, stood on his head. I saw a couple comments, Freddie's not a playoff goalie. There was a couple of goals he could have, blah, 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 blah. That first goal, you can't do anything on. And if you think you think he should have stopped that, you play in a situation like that. You know exactly how he feels when that goal goes in. There's nothing you can do there. I've let in goals like that. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Like, it's just an unlucky bounce, rebound from it. Hainsey came right up to him. He's like, look, we'll rebound. We're good to go. Go, go. That's one goal. Stop everybody reacting on the fact that, like, he played amazing. He played so well. He gave us a chance to win every single night. And we won. Oh, and he played well. And he played well even though we lost. He stood on his head. In Game 6, that guy stood on his head. He played amazing in this entire series. He is not a reason we lost. He is the reason why we made it to 7 games. And if we had competed and played as well as they did throughout the entire lineup, we would have won in, at most, 6 games. At most. The only game where the entire team did not play well was Game 2. I don't know why I'm making this video. I don't know why I'm making a video talking about how the Leafs are out. I shouldn't be. I really shouldn't be. We had chances to win this series. We could have easily come into this game in Boston. We've won in Boston. It's not an excuse of, oh, it's Boston. I don't care. They said, oh, the atmosphere will wear you down. Who cares? It's the NHL. You got to expect that in every single arena you go into. You got to expect that the fans are going to really try to psych out the away team. That's what happens. We did that to Boston when they were here, and then they do it to us. They expected that. We had to have a better performance. We weren't hungry. There was the third period. The thing that ticks me off about this team is every time something like a goal goes in, everybody's just defeated a little bit. Like, come on. The minute John Tavares scored, we were going. And going and going and going. I don't care if we're down 3-1 or 4-1. Leafs fans know a 4-1 lead in the playoffs is not safe. There is no lead that's safe. We know that. Believe me, we know that. We can't quit. We cannot quit. And we did. That third period was done. Like, we didn't deserve it. We did not deserve to win that game. After that second period, we did not deserve to win the game. I'm watching it like, they're not deserving this. They do not deserve to win. They did not deserve to win that game. There's no way. You watch the Vegas-San Jose game, Vegas was up 3-0. San Jose never quit. San Jose deserved to win that game as much as Vegas deserved. That was a good series. The penalty there on Pavelski, that was weird because everyone thought it was a weird play. It was a high stick. It was a push. Like, that could have been 2 minutes for high sticking, fine. But, like, how Pavelski landed, that was scary. I really hope he's okay. Like, that was really scary. I like that. I like San Jose. I don't, like, it's one of those teams where, like, you don't really have an opinion on them, but, like, you know, like, some of the guys on that team, they're good players. Like, Pavelski's good. Burns is good. I don't know why Riley wasn't on there for defenseman of like overall defenseman. Like, I'm not going to get into that. I might get into that closer to the awards, but right now, like, this might be a mainly Leafs video, honestly, looking at the time here, but I don't know. I just can't. I'm defeated, as all of Leafs Nation is right now. I'm defeated. Another year of not only losing in the first round, but a back-to-back year of losing to Boston. If I have to hear that goal horn go off again in a Game 7, I'm going to rip my hair out. It's the worst sound in the world. To hear that goal horn go off. And you know what I mean. To hear the goal horn go off, the wah wah, and then to hear the announcer go woo at the end of every time they score. I just can't do it. If I have to see we had it too. We had it. Like, I don't know what else to say. I've talked about everything I can about the game. Moving on to let's just move on. Move on to other things. Vegas lost last night. 4-3 in overtime. I watched the highlights. I was on the edge of my seat for the highlights. Even though you know who won, like, I'm on the edge of the seat for the highlights. Man, that San Jose was just like, nah, we're not losing this game. Like, we're not going down, we're not losing. They came back and they competed. They didn't give up. They were down 3-0. That's a 3-goal lead. 3 goals. They came all the way back and won it in overtime. That team isn't much different from ours. Anyways, continuing. Vegas goes up 3-0. San Jose, with an absolutely disgusting power play performance in that third period. 3-0 down in the third alone. Comes all the way back. Ties it in overtime. Barclay Goodrow, great move around and in. Wins the series. Deserving. Vegas deserved to move on. San Jose deserved to move on. That is a great Western series. Great series. That's a new rivalry to look out for. Vegas San Jose for sure. For sure. I just don't. My team's out again. I want to be talking about Columbus and Toronto game 1, but no. If I bring up a game 1 in round 2 in the Eastern Conference, it's going to be either Boston and Columbus, or Columbus and Boston, or New York and the winner of Washington, Carolina tonight. That's going to be an interesting series. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Honestly, I might make Carolina the team I'm watching now. Why not? Like, Carolina, maybe Dallas, keep an eye on them, see what happens. It has just been the weirdest playoff so far. The only normal thing is seeing Toronto get beaten out by Boston. We should have been able to change that, but whatever. Just to sum up the first round, I'm just going to sum up the first round now because tonight's the last game of the first round. Toronto lost in 7 games again, as you may know. I may have just talked about that for quite a while. Dallas won over Nashville. I was actually kind of happy to see that. It's good to see the underdogs win. St. Louis, Jordan Winnington locked that series down. That was pretty big. Who else? San Jose obviously won their series last night against Vegas 4-3. That was a big one. That was really big, actually. It was cool to see. New York got out their brooms and swept out Pittsburgh. Columbus swept out Tampa Bay. Everybody in the NHL was happy about that. Everybody. I was dying laughing. I thought that was hilarious. Everyone's like, oh, Tampa Bay's going to win the cup. Nope. They didn't even win a game in the series, let alone win the cup. So that was funny. Going down. Colorado, that's the other one. That's what I was waiting for. Colorado beat Calgary in 5. I've already talked about this a little bit. I'm just going to summarize it up. Avalanche are playing San Jose. That's going to be a good series. That'll be a 7-game series for sure. If both teams play the way they did, that'll be a 7-game series. Absolutely. 6 or 7 games for sure. I couldn't tell you who would win that series. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. My first thought would maybe be San Jose, but I would not be shocked even in the slightest if Avalanche won that. Avalanche is ridiculous too. Nathan McKinnon, Landeskog, Rantanen, Cale Makar. I don't know his name. I forget his name. Philip Grubauer is ridiculous right now. Washington gave him up. That was kind of funny. They were all like, oh, he doesn't play well on the play. Then they traded him away after they won a cup. Like, I think he would have been a good backup for them if they kept him. But I'm very happy for him to see that he's getting some starting jobs in Colorado. He deserved that. But yeah, that's your first round. The next couple of videos I'll be making, I will be making videos. I'll try to make videos like I'm going to be trying to making videos throughout I'll be making videos for the rest of the payoffs obviously, but over the summer I'll try to make some once in a while. Every time big news comes up, I'll make one over the week, like every week, once a week, and just make it like a summary of what happened. Yeah, it'll be like a summary of like what happened during the week. So it'll be it'll be a video once a week, and then I'll be looking forward to preseason and then eventually regular season. There's going to be a lot of Leafs news. If I would hope anything, there's going to be a lot of Leafs news this summer. And yeah, it's tough. But yeah, so thank you guys very much for watching. Click a like if you liked it. Click subscribe as well. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.